You are now tuned into Coffee, Tea, and Conversations, Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. with Mary Evans and her co-host, Marsha Easley. Get ready for
Coffee, Tea, and Conversations. Yeah. Put some coffee in your cup. Coffee, tea, and conversations. Yeah. Put some tea in your cup. Are you ready?
for motivation,
Get ready.
for education,
Are you ready?
for life-changing inspiration,
Get ready.
for Coffee, Tea, and Conversations with Mary Evans and Marsha Easley. Bringing you topics every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to educate, motivate, and inspire, and even make you laugh. Get ready for
Coffee, tea, and conversations. Yeah. Put some coffee in your cup. Coffee, tea, and conversations. Yeah. Put some tea in your cup. Are you ready?
for motivation,
Get ready.
for education,
Are you ready?
for life-changing inspiration,
Get ready.
for Coffee, Tea, and Conversations with Mary Evans and Marsha Easley. Are you ready?
Are you ready? Welcome to the SOS Show Live with Mary. I Inspire Evans and Marsha Easley. Woo! Marsha, I thought you had forgot your part for a second. I thought you had forgot your part. We gotta do that over. We gotta do that over. Hello, welcome to the SOS Show Live with Mary. I Inspire Evans
and Marsha Easley.
That's
All right
what I'm
now.
looking for. Hello. Let us know your name and where are you listening from, and give us some ideas on topics, because we here every week to inspire, motivate, and educate. But this morning, Marsha, we're gonna talk about those children living in your house at 18 years old or older. Should they be paying rent? Because some folks said 18, you have to get out, Marsha. I'm done. I don't quite agree with that. Good morning, Alexis Lawrence.
Good morning.
We want to hear from y'all this morning. Let's have a dialogue. Let me.
Are we gonna keep it real? Are we gonna keep it real, Mary? Or are we gonna just be nice politically?
We're going to keep it real. And I want to hear from the audience and tell me, how do y'all feel? Hey, Lourdes, I miss you. Hey, Pamela. Thanks for tuning in.
Good morning.
Listen, let's keep it real, y'all. We need y'all to talk back to us. Do you think once these kids graduate from high school, Marsha, that they should be paying some bills in the house if they still live with you? I want to hear from Marsha Easley.
Well, you know what the saying is: 18 and out. 18 and out. So you know what? I do have, I have some reservations about just putting them out. It all depends on what they're doing with their lives. Now, I can go a whole lot of ways. So I don't know if you jump in whenever you feel like it, Mary. First of all,
I'm gonna jump in right now because I want to hear from the audience. Lourdes and Pamela, if you own, we want to hear what you guys have to say. Do you think if they're at home, let's give them a scenario. They at home, they working. They're not in college. They just going to work every day, 9 to 5, making decent money. Do you think they should be paying rent? I want to hear. Okay. All right, we have something to read to the people. Lourdes says this: my son was paying bills, at 16, teaches him responsibility. Wow, Lourdes, what type of bills was he paying, Lourdes? And was he working a little job? I guess he was working a job. Lourdes, what did you have him pay at 16? And Pamela, we want to hear from you, Queen.
You see, Alexis says after 21, and that's good if they're doing something. If they're doing something to make themselves better, to better themselves, get themselves on the right foot. But if you're 18, you're not in college, you're not working, you just being there every day, just trying to get by, that's not good. They're not going to learn responsibility. They're not going to learn how to be accountable. So to me, it's got, you can't just throw them out if they're 18 and doing them, but you have to give them some kind of guidelines. You got to give them a window. How about a window?
I like that, Marsha.
How about a window?
You say window. I like that. Yeah. Now, Lourdes says, I still don't pay my phone bill to this day. What a awesome son, Lourdes.
Yes.
Great job.
Yes.
Alexis, let's go to Pamela. Alexis after Pamela. Now, Pamela says, yes, they should be paying something. Water bill is good. Pamela, I like that. Paying something. Now, Miss Alexis Lawrence says, no, after 21. Alexis said we should at least give them to the age of 21. Now, I have a question, Alexis. Are you saying age 21 to get out or before they start paying bills or when they're still with you? I want to clarify that, Alexis.
Yes, I was going to ask the same thing.
Yes, because I want to know about 21 out or paying bills. Okay, Lexus say before paying bills. So Lexus believes that if they living with you up to the age of 21, you should give them 21 before they start paying bills. So Marsha.
No.
Let me wait. Lourdes has something she's going to say. This is what I'm talking about. I like the dialogue. Lourdes, phone bill. He paid the phone bill and he worked at the movie theater. Statistics say giving them responsibility early would teach them how to handle more later in the long run. And I guess, yes, Lourdes, because I know your son is very successful today. And so it worked out for you. Going back to what you were saying, Marsha, about responsibilities, I think, let me tell you what I think. I'm going to talk in my own personal opinion.
Okay.
I didn't make my children pay rent. My youngest just wanted to get out so bad. He was gone by 20. My oldest sort of lingered around a little bit. What I wanted them to do, what I thought they would do, you know, in which they didn't do too bad, is save their money to start investments. That's what I wanted. Okay, if you're not going to pay rent, I want to see that you're saving it for a purpose. You have to have a goal. What are we doing? Stop. Excuse me, y'all. I have my grandbaby. Stop. No, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm just keeping it. We gonna keep it real today. Okay. So listen. So what I wanted to do, and at 20, he bought his first house at 20, his second house at 21. So I think it's an individualized plan, depending, like you said, Marsha, what is that child doing, and they're not paying rent. I think it has advantage and disadvantage. So what we did, we didn't allow, he saved, but by 21 he was renting, had his own homes by 21, but living with me and renting them out. Okay, Marsha. Alexis, not when you start college, it's a full-time job. Okay, Marsha, I'll let you hit that one. What you think about Alexis said?
Okay, well, most of the time when you're in college, you're living on a college campus. So that's one thing. So you really don't put them out the house. I know it's a little different scenario now with COVID. So, but if they're in college, yes, that is a full-time job. But see, I can be really petty with that because I worked when I was in college. At least my junior and senior year, I worked because I had to, help do things for myself. I wanted to have the extra money, and I wanted to get some of the burden off of my mom, who was doing it by herself, paying for my college education.
Okay.
So, there are so many different ways you can look at that, how they're doing it. Yeah, college, that's different. That's complete. That's what we say. If they're going to college and doing things to help themselves and further their education or their income, that's different. And let me tell you what I did, Mary, with my son. I told him he started working when he was like 16. Yeah. And I said, this is what you do. You say you some money, but you're going to give me a certain amount of money, a paycheck, and I'm going to match it. Wow. I'm going to match whatever you save. And then when you got enough money to get your own, because he was ready to go, but he just wasn't financially ready, then you out. So, but it's teaching them responsibility. I said, I'm going to match you. So it wasn't like I just completely just took his money. Or I didn't pay any bills with it. I didn't pay any bills. I just saved it for him.
I like that. I like that match thing. I like that match thing. Yeah. Okay, Marsha Harris, let's read a couple more comments. Marsha Harris, no paying bills just to go to college and get out. All three did just that. Congratulations. Let's give Marsha Harris some claps, Lex. And she say all three did just that. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. That is really cool. All right, Lourdes, we're going to keep reading these comments because I like when they come in and they dialogue with us. Yes. Lourdes, he wanted to do that on his own. BTW, I'm a little older.
By the way.
Okay. Thank you, Marsha. By the way, he saw me as a single parent. That's what I'm talking. Now, let's go with the single parent stuff, Lourdes, for a second, since you brought that up. I think what we do as mothers, we make it look too easy being a single parent. I really believe it do. And sometimes we make it look so easy to them. They just don't know all the sacrifices, all the nights. Because if you was a single parent, you spent some nights crying, sweetheart, when they were asleep. Because I know I spent a lot of nights, them crying nights, don't know how I was going to make it work. And I think because we hide so much from them and all the things that we're going through, we make it look so easy to, I think they grow up and not appreciate that single parent journey as much as they should, because we spend so much time trying to hide all of the things that we're going through. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
That's what happens. Stop it.
I agree. Uh-oh.
You know what? You know how they ABC Channel 7 News, they had their kids crawling in behind the background. I'm not gonna even try to pretend with her, but I'm about to put her out in a minute, y'all. I got my grandbaby. I'm about to put her out. It's 33. She's not 18 or 21.
You're gonna be 3 and out.
3 and out. Go. So anyway, so Marsha, and I think what I've learned is that too, Marsha, if you were raised like Lord to say he was aware. My mom is a single parent. You were aware I need to help my mama. She's raising me alone. But I think a lot of times, like I was saying before my granddaughter interrupted me, that we make it so easy. They grow up. They do not appreciate all of the things that we went through to try to give them all that they need. And I think we give them, being a single parent, we give them so much more than what they need. More than what they need, things that they don't need, and everything else. And we create a monster. And then when they older, we want to say, what's wrong with him? Well, what's wrong with him is you has created this damn monster, because I know I created some monsters. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next comment, please. Pamela Davis. Hello, Pamela. Oh, no. They should pay their personal bills and one bill at home. They should have a savings account also. Yes, I agree.
Yes.
Woo, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to let you read some comments, Marsha.
Well, $10 a week in the bank since he was born. That's a great idea. It's a great idea. But the thing with some of that, okay, what'd she say? Hide everything and work for it all. Okay. So I don't get what you hide, and you hide everything and work for it all. Okay?
Lourdes, can you come back with us and let us and explain to us what you mean? Yes.
That may be a good nugget for us to pass on to everybody.
Absolutely. I like the matchup, Marsha. I like what Lourdes said, $10 a week. So we just bringing out the things that other people can learn from. I'll tell you something else I did, Marsha, too, that guys, this is a little jewel. I started a life insurance policy, and the same with my grandkids when they're born, and it saves money within the policy. Yeah. Like I'll give you an example. My grandson, which everybody knows, Amari G. I started his life savings when he was born. When he graduated at 16, he could pull out $100,000, which will be my gift to him. Hoping that he start a business with it, depending on what he's doing too. The scenario, because kids can fool you. He's a very good child now, but we don't know what's going to happen by the 12th grade. But if so, I started when he was weeks old. When he graduates, he can draw down $100,000, and he says he wants to be a businessman, and that's what I'm hoping that happens. Now, when you start these policies, growing wealth in a life insurance policy, and guys, if you need help doing that, I can help you. I am a life insurance agent now. But you can build wealth for your children within a life insurance policy. All right, go, Marsha. You were getting ready to say something.
Yeah, I was going to say that, Mary, with my son, like I said, he was 16. It was a big boy right down the street from us. So he was going there. He was making good money in tips, busting tables and stuff. So he got to start early. But of course, I guess kids nowadays would probably call me a mean mom or whatever, because I didn't believe in designer stuff. So everybody else at school was sporting them expensive shoes and everything. I'm like, I'm at JCPenney, I'm at Sears, and they didn't, when they get older, they don't kind of like that. So when he was older, he was 16 and he was making his own money. So he wanted to spend all his money on that. I said, okay, you can spend your money and buy your things. I'm not going to buy you anything else. You can buy all your clothes. When he started seeing how that money was going fast, buying that stuff, he said, oh, he actually said, oh.
See, it is you have to let them see. And you do, Marsha. I just don't agree. And you know, everybody run their household differently. And I've heard and I know of peers that really think once they turn 18, I'm done. I did all I'm gonna do. Let's go. We have some good comments. Let's pull the comments up and continue to read. Donna Jean Brown, what's up, Southern Soul Saturdays, every Saturday at 7 p.m. Let's throw Donna some love. Guys, if you love Southern Soul music, Donna Jean is on the SOS show every Saturday at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. She interviewing people all over the world. Let's go, Donna Jean Brown. I showed my son all the household bills and how much I made so they knew as a child how much came in and how much went out. Donna Jean, that is a great idea.
Get that too. Yes.
That is a great idea. You didn't do all that hard thing trying to make them think everything was okay. I like that, Donna. Yeah. All right, Lourdes, let's go. Mary was talking about the high and the hard times so the kids don't feel the struggle. I tried to make sure he didn't feel the struggle, meaning I hid the bills in hard times and made sure he saw the hard work for what we have. Okay, Lourdes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yes. So that's yes, Lourdes. That sounds just like me. And Donna is no wrong or right way. Donna say I showed them everything. I want y'all to see there's 1,000 coming in and there's 9,999 going out. So don't ask me for shit, okay? Got it? No extra money. Y'all have a roof over your head and you have some food, okay? Y'all got it? Y'all got it, girl. Y'all got me having a hot flash with this show this morning. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I love it. I love it, Lourdes, and I love it, Donna. Because if I could do it all over again, Donna, I'll be just like you.
But when I'm sorry, Mary, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's okay, sweetheart. We're a team, girl. Let me know when you want to jump in and go.
Think about it. If you are a single parent and you're struggling and you got a grown person there not doing anything, that's not fair. They have to help out. Just think if I'm struggling. I've been through a struggle before where I didn't know I'm going paycheck to paycheck, trying to pay bills and try to make things happen. You know, I think we've all been there. But if you got a grown person, I just hate it when a grown person is not doing anything but taking and not contributing. I have a problem with that 18-year-old that's not contributing because that's a lot, you know, internet, phones, you know, food for 18-year-old, clothes.
Marsha, I'm going to give you a scenario. I know someone. I'll leave it alone.
Go ahead now. Don't stop.
No, that someone might take it personal, so we'll just leave it alone. But it is some cases where children are living in a home and they're not paying and they doing everything that they want to do and they feel like they can't afford to pay. So it is what it is. Okay, Lourdes, I'm talking about a 15-year-old. Lourdes, this was a 15-year-old. Lourdes, your son, you did the doggone thing. Good job. At 18-year-old, I was not worried anymore. Laugh out loud. At 18, you was good. That's good, Lourdes. Good. All right, so guys, we are here this morning. If you just tune in, talking about should children pay rent if they still at home after 18 years old? And we came up with a lot of scenarios. It all depends on what they're doing. If you're going to work every day, you're not doing nothing else, going to work and want to bank your money. A lot of times they hanging out, like you said, they wearing the name brand clothes, they driving the nice cars, and you going to work every day and they living their best life and taking vacations, Marsha. They take more vacations than you take.
Yes.
And you go to work every day trying to pay the bills, and every time you turn around, they walking out the door, Marsha, rolling a suitcase to the car, talking about, I'm going to Miami, Mom, I'm going to Vegas, Mama. I have a problem with that too as well. But Marsha, you know, at the time, on a serious note, at the time we raising our children, we believe that we're doing the right thing at that time, or we would not be doing it.
That's right.
If I could roll back times, their ass would pay rent at 18.
Okay.
At 18. Okay. And what I would have did, I like what you said, is that they could be paying and you could be saving. I cannot believe this girl. I cannot really.
She said, I'm getting my camera time.
She wanted this towel on the side of my chair because she's writing on her board, and regardless, she's gonna get her towel. Okay, so listen, I think that it allows you too, if you're in a position to save the money to give to them on a later date. Okay, Lexus, I was going to read that. Donna G. Brown, I did that because my parents hid the struggle. And I thought we were rich when we weren't, so I didn't know how many sacrifices they made. Donna G, before you came in, I talked about that. Donna is saying exactly what I said, is when you hide the struggle from them. Not that they thought we was rich, but they didn't realize how hard it was for me. And I don't even think they know to this day, to be honest with you, Marsha.
Right.
To be honest, I don't even think they realize to this day what was really going down, Marsha. Because what makes me think they don't, because if they, certain things your children would not do or say if they really knew the struggle that you went through. So it's very obvious that because of their behavior, things they say and do, that when you had the struggle, you build a different type of child. But anyway, Marsha, our 20 minutes is up. So if you any more comments, let's get all the comments out.
Alexis.
Did Lexus Lawrence? Hey, Lexus in the background taking care of us on the SOS show. Did your parents ask to pay bills? Curious, how was it for you two growing up? Great question, Alexis. My dad, once we graduated, we had two choices. If we went to college, we didn't have to pay bills. If we just worked and did not go to college, we had to pay bills. To be honest with you, that's how I ended up in college, Marsha. I was working at the hospital, Christian Hospital in Rochester on University Drive. I did not want to pay rent. My way out was we had to take 12 credit hours. I went to OCC and I took my 12 credit hours because the year after I graduated, I always loved cars. I was driving a white Vet at the time, and I couldn't pay rent and have my Vet at the same time. So I was like, shit, I have to go to school so I don't have to pay rent, right? So I ended up getting enough credits, graduating from OCC, and was like, I might as well keep going. And that's how I went. So in my dad's house, if you didn't go to college, you had to pay rent. And so that was cool. That worked out for me. What about you, Marsha?
Well, for me, I turned 18 in May, and by September, I was in school. I was in college. So I was 18 and out for the most part. So I was there. I didn't really ask for a lot. If they had extra, they would send it to me. And, I had other relatives that would send me stuff. So 18, I was out of there. And I didn't, they did help out, but I was in college. I was doing my thing. I was doing the thing. So
congratulations to you and Marsha. What college? I graduated from Wayne State University. Where did you graduate from?
I graduated from Michigan State University. Go green, go white,
go house. In the house. Well, Marsha Easley, I want to thank you so much for coming on this morning with Mary and Spy Evans. And we just want to always go out with encouraging words. Guys, at the end of the day, everyone has a different situation with their child at 18 or 21. And you have to look at that. Every situation is different. Every child will never be the same depending on what's going on in their life, I believe, at 18 years old. So, Marsha, let's go out with something encouraging to our audience.
Okay. The struggle is real. The struggle is real. And right now with COVID, some of these kids, these 18-year-olds, are getting all these good little nice little checks too. So of course they should contribute to the household if they're still living there, instead of just going out there and balling out like a lot of them are doing. So, but it's going to teach them responsibility, and it's also helping you. And they should have pride. That's a pride thing. When I got up to the point where I could give back to my mother, I just felt so proud. So that's a pride thing for them also. So I'm like, hey, if they can help, make them help. Make them help. It's not going to hurt them. And if you can give it back to them, that's fine. But give them responsibilities.
All right. Until the next time, you guys be safe. Again, we want to thank you for tuning in to the SOS show. Have a great evening.
Bye-bye.